Haenegreefs, and I've been working as a journalist for years. I started working with a newspaper, a financial newspaper in Belgium, the Tijd, and afterwards I went over, so to speak, to television. I first worked for the VRT and then for VTM, the television station. And well, I think 1997, by the year 2000, I started working as a freelance journalist. And in the meantime, I have specialized in giving media trainings, and I also work as a teacher and lecturer at a university college in Hasselt, teaching, well, young journalists, potential journalists. Now, today I think it was a great day. Well, from my point of view, definitely. I hope the participants were happy as well. So we started with an explanation on, well, a very practice-oriented explanation on what to do, what not to do in television interviews with a lot of tips and tricks. And afterwards we did some interviews based on policy papers that people wrote. Before we gave some feedback on the interviews, we had a work session on how to write an op-ed, how to write an opinionated article. And then afterwards we gave feedback, and everybody watched himself and herself. And it's always fun because people are always, well, people not very often like to be confronted with their own image and what they say and how their voice sound and what they look. But the key message for doing a TV interview is be prepared. There's a lot of preparation to do. You have to think about the questions the journalist can ask. You have to think about the answer you give. You have to think about the key messages you want to pass. So that's one piece of homework. And secondly, what is important is that you have to stop thinking as an academic. You have to start thinking as someone who explains things in a simple way to the general public, to the broad public. And that's a completely different way of thinking, and that's what we have tried to do and try to learn today. It's not an easy thing to do, but practice makes perfect.